In this video, I'm taking you inside a lesson that I had with a student at the University of North Alabama. She's working on Sonata for Trumpet G1 by Torelli, which is on the Piccolo Trumpet. I'm gonna let this video speak for itself, but we talked mostly about how to play with appropriate piccolo style, and then I also shared an exercise with her that will help her develop more ease for her piccolo playing in general that she can apply to this piece. The exercise that we talked about, I've actually made a video about before, and so I'll leave that link down below in case you're curious about getting more information about this exercise that will help bring more ease into your piccolo playing. So how long have you been working on this?
Since like the first few weeks of school, so.
Okay.
And we've been trying to get through the second and third movement as well.
Okay, and I assume you've like listened to it.
We finally found a recording of it a couple weeks ago.
Good. And what do you, so musically, like, what do you notice when you listen to a recording? Like, how would you describe it?
I feel like they're very delicate with it, and that's something that I'm trying to emulate, but it's been a little difficult because I feel like I'm just very aggressive on piccolo. But trying to be more delicate and soft with it, not force it. I've noticed that in recordings. And also just the different types of ornamentation that they add through it, just kind of trying to figure that out and knowing which trills are here and what, because sometimes they do like things that aren't written in the music. So that's the main things that I've noticed.
Okay. Can I see your piccolo?
Yeah.
So that's probably closer to what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Maybe not exactly. I haven't practiced this a bunch. So the couple of things you're gonna need is first you're gonna need to know how to navigate a trill. When it's fast, it's just D O ya. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4 D O ya do do. And you generally in Baroque stuff you always start from the top. So you would never go da 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 ya da da b da da d ya da da.
And then on the bottom note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But ideally, you don't want to have like, I mean, you can do it all sorts of different ways. But you wouldn't go dee ya da da, it would be a ya da da, da 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 dee ya da, dee ya da da, and it would be nice and whatever. So can you just go dee da da, just so G F F, dee da da. Maybe a tiny bit more like dee da 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 dee da da dee da da. Yeah, good. So now go. So it's B flat A G dee da 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 da.
Okay.
So that's what you need it to sound like, and then the trill ornaments that.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're struggling with the trill and getting the vibe, take the trill out, understand how it goes, and then put it back in.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So do that a couple of times. Dee da 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 da, and it's going dee da 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 da. So it's ending on the last note. It's not dee da 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 da, but dee dee da da da. Now you go dee da dee maybe dee da da da. Just like try to add in the A. Right, and then so now just go dee da da. Good. So that's very, very close, right? And now if you wanted to get a little bit more fancy, you would lean on it. Dee da da da. Instead of dee da da, but ba do dee da dee ba dum. Try that. It's better. It's definitely better, yeah. Okay, so so then when you have piccolo, let's just say as a general rule, things with eighth notes like this are going to be a little bit bouncy. Bum bum, and then da 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 dee bum 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 bee dum bum da da dee bum bum, and then things with 16th notes are going to be quite long. So the opening da da dee da da dee da 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 dee bum 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 bee dum bum da da dee bum bum. Okay, so let's do this slowly. Just go bum bum. So like when you come out of the gate swinging, it's got to be nice and articulate, nice and energetic, and the articulation dry. You don't have to tongue hard, but it needs to be very clear and energetic. So you went ba, we went bum ba. So that top note has to have some life to it too. Yeah. Now can you get it to be bouncy? You just play da da, can be bum bum. So not quite as much sustain between the notes.
Okay.
Yes, I like that better.
Okay.
I like that better, yeah.
Okay.
You hear the difference?
Yeah.
Okay, can you go dee dum bum beam bum 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 bee dum bum. So that measure. Bouncier, right? We're trying to get back into that. So you're going dee da 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 bee dum bum bum bee dum. So it's more about the articulation, a little bit less about the sustain. You want it to be connected, but you don't. It doesn't want to be so legato that it's not stylistically appropriate.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, good.
Kinda. Okay.
It's better. Yeah. Okay, now can you go? Dum da dee da da dee da da da, and we want dee da da dee da da dum, bum bum dee da da dee da da dum, but go like bum beam dee da da dee da da dum, da 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 dee bum 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 bee dum ba da da dee ya ba ba. See, we just play that whole phrase.
Try doing 1, 2. Kind of do it again.
But keep this bouncy. Like you have a tendency to just play it long.
Okay.
Just a little bit more energy in the articulation will take care of it. And here, dee da da dee da da da, like stay up there. We're gonna talk about this in just a second. This is an overall piccolo thing.
Yeah.
But you gotta stay up there. You're going dee da da, and you're down dee da da. It's not dee da da, it's dee da 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 da. You're staying up.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you mean about the length.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still a little bit long. So you have to record yourself and kind of hear yourself.
Starting to hear it a little bit.
Yeah, and it's still worth it to play some of this stuff under tempo just to get the fingers. Like it feels like you're rushing. You know what I mean? It feels like, or like you're trying to read it, and like it feels like you are stressed is the word I'm thinking of, but it's not that. It's like it feels not settled. Like when you go bum ba da 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 da, it's like instead of bum bum dee da da dee da da dum da 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 dee bum 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 be dum bum da da dee yum ba bum. Do you hear the difference when I sing it versus when you play it? So you can try it one more time and just like relax. Like it's just all in the key of F major.
Yeah.
Right? It's just in F major. Just play the intervals and play in F major. Good. So then this was a tiny bit late, and you were a tiny bit late to that downbeat. So if you get a metronome going, be da da dee da da dum ba da da dim bum 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 be dum bum da da dee ya ba dum. So just try not to make anything like more important than it needs to be. It should, ultimately, like when you listen to these recordings, it probably just sounds easy, right? That's what you want.
Yeah.
Okay, so in general, in the piccolo, we need to treat everything that's like it's a high note, right? Because this note is a high C, right? Or technically a high B.
Yeah.
And so it's like you're trying to support that way. And so what you don't want to do is think I'm playing in the middle register on the piccolo, and so when you're playing like this G or this F, you're sort of like down.
Yeah.
Okay, and so I can send you a video I made on this if you haven't seen it. But I made a video about this piccolo warm up that I do, and we'll start on like D. And so what you're trying to do is it's just the scale, right? And you're trying to play da 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 da, and then when you have that level of like energy and ease and all that kind of stuff, as you go back down, you're trying to like not lose that energy. So you're learning how to play these notes with a little bit more energy at the start, and then ideally climbing the scale should be super easy, and then you climb back down. So go ahead and give that a shot. So
you went up 5
so
down.
D, up to the 5th, back down, up to the top, back down.
Yeah.
And nice and slow. Slow it.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Just focus on good, healthy airflow, nice, relaxed breath. Keep this. See how like when you came down? So it's D, so it's da 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 da. Do you hear how like as like when I got to the 5th, it did not change there. So keep things energetic once you get to that 5th. That's the area you're trying to play everything with.
Okay.
Good. So that D was significantly easier than like that one, right? And so you have to. You need to do something like this in your warm up or whatever to have some time on the piccolo where it's like ZZ and you can figure it out, and then try to transfer that over. Go ahead and try E flat, and keep it over there. Keep it nice and flowing.
Okay.
No gaps between the notes. Good. So you might do like C to like E flat or E, right?
Yeah.
And not worry about like high Fs or anything right now. And then once you get comfortable with E flats and E's, you can go up to F. This is a way you can extend your range, but you first need to learn how to just navigate it where it feels a little bit easier. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do D major one more time. See if you can get that kind of ease and that feeling when you're up top, especially where it's like, what does this feel like to play with support, and what does that sound like? And then we'll play that first line one more time. a beautiful sound,
Yeah.
right? Feels like it's flowing.
Yeah.
So you don't want to compromise any of that. When we play this, you're just adding some articulation, but it needs to be that sort of easy, Barbara would say slipstream. Like you're sort of in this like sort of narrow sort of air set. You're not going way up here for the high notes and way down here. You're sort of just like following this very intense, focused airstream. It's the same exact thing. So when you play this first G, try and play that first G like it's already the C. It's not ba, ba, it's da, 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 where it's right next to each other. We'll try it one more time. So da, da, dee, da, da, dee, da, da, dum. Da 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 ding dun dun, don't stay up, oh da 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 dee da da. About that speed. It's better. Okay.
Better
So
the first time.
yeah, so you're going to try to combine these two things. You're going to try to combine what we talked about with like just playing the piccolo in a healthy manner.
Yeah.
And then also just take those two general things. Play the 16th notes long and like singing.
Yeah.
And play the 8th notes a little bit bouncy. All right? So I'll play more of it. And then if it's a little faster, but it's not going to be much faster. You see how like you want it to have that just like easy flow. To that. Yeah. So here, when I see something like this, you're playing in C major and then you're playing in F major. It's just the top half of C major and then F major, right?
Yeah.
So if that can help kind of wrap your head around looking for those types of patterns, like this music is going to be so tonally simple that if you just recognize, oh, this is C major, this is F major, it makes the fingerings a lot easier because you're like connecting it to scales you've played a million times. I hope it was helpful for you to see how I would approach helping my student improve her abilities on the piccolo trumpet. And like I said, I will leave a link down below to my Piccolo Fundamentals video where I covered that exercise if you want to check that out. If you want to see a different lesson with a different student that I had where we talked about how to get more ease in his technique, click the video on the screen and we'll see you in the next video.